Here I am with Eve Rubel. She is a program manager at the LA County Department of Health. When we first had this interaction, I was interested in teaching agility to friends, and you were working on a project. So tell us about that project.
It's called Medical Legal Community Partnership. We are a collaborative effort between the health department and 4 local legal aid agencies, nonprofit groups. We've combined to bring legal services to the patients at the county health department. They're pretty much all low income. Many are vulnerable and fragile in terms of health, or they've just been released from incarceration, or they're persons experiencing homelessness or right at the brink of homelessness. This idea is to bring the legal services into the hospitals and clinics where the people are so that they can get help with these issues that ultimately impact their health and well-being or the well-being of their families. So we started in early
Hmm.
2018, and it didn't take off the way we had thought. We thought people were going to come to get the services or that the clinicians and social workers would refer them. So about 6 months into the project, we realized it wasn't going the way we wanted to, and we really wanted this program to succeed and meet its goals so we could continue the funding for other years. That's when you and I started to talk, and you mentioned agility and talked a little bit about how it works. And we decided, and I really appreciate your help, that we were going to apply those techniques to this program.
If I remember right, the goal of the program was to get 140 people signed up. Was that right?
Actually, it was 300 people.
You achieved that. Did you go beyond that the first year? How many did you actually get?
I think it was about 500 during the first year.
Okay.
But last year in 2022, there were 3,000 people served and over 4,000 positive outcomes.
I've attributed some of this to consolidating a message around a driving purpose and talking to people you needed to collaborate with. But you're telling me that other agile techniques also helped. Do you remember what those were?
Sure, the 5 whys was really very
The
helpful
five whys.
in mapping out the barriers and why the staff had a difficult time referring and why the participants had a difficult time. By looking at the barriers and addressing those barriers and starting out with the low-hanging fruit, it really made a difference.
That's interesting. In agility space, five whys is extra in a way. It's not central to agile. It is central to mindfulness, though.
The other thing that I believe really helped was this idea of short sprints. So 2 weeks. What can you do? What change can we make that we took from the barriers and implement it and see, does that help or not? That's one concept that I have taken into my personal life with dealing with my son. Let's try one thing at a time for a short period of time. And then we'll see, does that work or not? And then we'll move on to another thing. So not only do we have plan A, B, C, and D, we can keep going down and changing things and really know what's making the difference, if there is a difference. Our medical legal community partnership won some national awards, and we've won some awards for counties.
Why did they pick your partnership? What was the reasoning that's do you remember?
Because we did a great job in improving the quality for many people in LA.
Let's talk about the current state. Are you still using Agile?
Right now, we're in a difficult situation. Many nonprofits have this issue as well, that you get a grant for 1 or 2 years and you implement the program, and then at the end of the 2 years, whether or not the program's been successful, it's hard to get additional funding. Right now, we have additional funding for just a few months.
One of the aspects of Agile is the rapid feedback cycle. So Have you done anything in that area to beef up your grant application?
So we went through a funding opportunity last year, and we realized that we didn't completely understand all of the stakeholders who were involved in the process, and we did not
Mm.
get funded. That was very disappointing.
Did you actually do a five whys analysis?
I did a five whys analysis with the lead attorney from our main legal aid organization that we work with. We did that together and along with my
Okay.
supervisor. But if I had really wanted to do it more thoroughly, I would have included more people, more stakeholders to get their perspective as well.
You did that chart.
Yeah, the visual is very important for me,
Yeah.
anyways.
When we did five whys before, it was just you and me, right?
We started it that
Did you
way,
show it to other
but
people?
oh, yeah, definitely showed it to other people, brought many of the stakeholders together to talk about it and to decide what things we were going to implement.
That's cool.
We invited the community health workers to participate, some of the staff from the clinics, as well as some of the attorneys from the legal teams to all talk about it together.
Did you put it on a projector screen or something like that and then talk about it?
We had it on big Post-it papers.
And then people, did they put sticky notes on when they thought they had some other causes that might be
We
relevant?
also involved stickies. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I've done that too. What do you want to say about the prospects of Agile in LA County Department of Health?
I'm very excited to be able to use agile techniques as part of my toolkit so that projects are more likely to succeed, especially when they are not moving forward as you might think, which happens a lot. I have ideas on how to engage and make the program more successful.